I wanted to start out talking tonight about a little topic, and it just popped up right before the show. And what I want to talk about is being careful about rejecting knowledge. Now, if you know me very well, you know that my very favorite scripture in the Bible is Hosea 4:6, and it talks in depth about knowledge and what the Father thinks about someone not trying to gain it. And there's a reason why I think that's so important, and I'm not trying to turn this into a Bible class or anything like that, but, you've got many cases where prepping is in the Bible. And one of them I often bring up, of course, is the virgins and the trimming their wicks and making sure they have enough oil. And, knowledge is just as much a form of preparation. And so I take knowledge very serious, very important. And what brought this up, and more than anything, it's an excuse for me to talk about it and to bring it up more than anything. And I want to make that very, very clear. First and foremost, my point behind this is that it's an excuse to talk about it. But I was watching Bear right before our show, and somebody in the chat had brought something up. And they had asked Bear about wood gas. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's his lack of knowledge about it or if he's just not into that type of stuff. He might not be into that type of stuff. That's cool. But he kind of just brushed it off and said something to the effect of that it was like time consuming or something like that. And this is why I want to, I don't talk about it enough. There are certain things that I say that I would talk about all the time if it wouldn't run everybody off, and that would be pole shift. And the other thing is wood gasification. The reason why, and it was brought up in his chat, and the reason why I think it's so important, and I mean I'm serious, if there are two things that I could get people to walk away from this show, it's understanding what's going to happen with pole shift and wood gasification. I'm not kidding. Those two things, and let me tell you why. I don't know, I get the feeling that he doesn't know this. But wood gasification is the answer for after things go south. Because you can utilize that to be able, not the new stuff, mind you, but the old school tractors and stuff like that, you can run off of wood gas. And it doesn't take that long to set them up, and it's not some type of weird conspiracy. They did it in World War II. If you Google FEMA gasifier, just FEMA gasifier PDF, you will pull up the FEMA gasifier, that's what they call it, the FEMA gasifier plans. And in those plans, in that PDF, you will actually see a tractor with a unit mounted on it. I mean, they used them back in World War II overseas. And there was Volkswagen Bugs that had wood gasifiers on them, and I'm not kidding you can pull up pictures. Go to Google. Volkswagen Bug gasifier. Again, the importance of this is that is the very way that we can get those iron horses moving again. At least some of them that aren't so riddled with technology that they won't do anything. But when it comes to the older ones, absolutely. Same with vehicles. Older vehicles, absolutely. You can get them back going with wood gasification. So I just wanted to take a moment and that came up, that subject don't come up very often. And so I wanted to make sure that people were aware of that. Hexafoods, I don't know what happened to steam engines. There's nothing wrong with steam engines, and that's one hell of a way of being able to produce power as well. There's many, many ways. Absolutely many, many ways. Now, it would probably take a little while to get something set up steam-wise as far as being able to use in the fields, but, as far as generating power and stuff like that, I would think you could probably do that pretty quick. But yeah, I mean, these different types of believe it or not, old school technologies are gonna save a lot of lives. Now, if I could sit down with him for 10 minutes and explain to him the importance of that, he would probably have a totally different, if he would listen to me, he would probably have a totally different outlook by the time he walked away. And he may not be the one, but he'd be sending somebody in his crew to get on it. I guarantee you. There's a channel on YouTube called Flash001. I think it's Flash001 USA, something like that. And he's got actually a step-by-step video of how he built his gasifier that he's got, and it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I think it's Flash. Hang on, I've got him. 001 USA, and I'm going to put gasifier. Oh, I'm not going to spell it right, but I got the guy. So, it's not where I want it, though. 1 second. I want it in this screen, because this is kind of like impotent. Okay, Flash001 USA is the channel. Long-haired dude in the thumbnail. If you go to his videos, he will have... I'm going to say, he better have. I've got a copy of these, so I've got a copy of all of his build videos. And I recommend you do the same. I absolutely recommend you get a copy of these videos. And keep them yourself, somewhere safe. Where even after the balloon goes up, you'd still be able to view them if there was any chance in hell that you could. Meaning, if there wasn't an EMP that wiped, you know what I mean. Anywho, and I would beg you to print out the plans, print it out on paper. The FEMA gasifier plans, print it out. I know it's a lot of pages. Print it out. And that's easy to find too, literally. It's so easy to find. It's just like this, okay? FEMA gasifier PDF. That's all I have to put in. And it's probably even going to be this first one here. I'll click on it just to make sure. And this is the downdraft. No, I don't think this is going to be the one I was sending you after. Wait. This is the downdraft. This is a different system here. Yep, this is a different system, which is a little bit more. I mean, if you're in any way, acclimated on that type of stuff, then the downdraft is actually a much better gasifier. So let me click on this one here. I think this is going to be it. PDF download right there. This is it. Okay. I figured I'd know because I know this first page very well. This is the tractor that I was telling you about, and that is a gasifier mounted on the front of it, and he's whatever he's doing, tilling, whatever that is. I have no idea what that is. Looks kind of like, I don't know. It looks like discs. So, disking? I don't know. I'm not a farmer. But anywho, this guy is, and he's using a gasifier in order to continue his farming. So that's what I'm talking about. And it's not that, big of a deal. Doesn't cost you a dime. 66 pages if you want to print it out. I highly suggest that you do. I've got a copy. Absolutely print out a copy of this. And it's just incredible. what this can do as far as changing. It's a game changer is what I'm trying to say. Now, again, I would get a copy of this guy's videos. His system is built different. His system is kind of a conglomeration of great ideas when it comes to wood gasification. He pretty much put all the best of the ideas together in one gasifier, and that's what this is here. And again, this is that Flash 001 USA, and he's just running a generator off of his, but yeah, one the size that he made could easily run a V8 engine. So but anyway, I highly recommend it. He's got his by the time it was all said and done with, he has his all set up with really neat circuits on it that automatically do different functions like shake the grate and stuff like that, so that he don't have to do anything other than load the hopper when it's ready. So pretty cool, pretty cool.